One neurological disorder that always stands out to me from time and time again is anorexia nervosa. Now, anorexia itself is not only a neurological problem, but it's also a physical problem as well, where one person sees themselves as overweight even after decades and decades of, you know, starving themselves. Now, what I've noticed is that when it comes to anorexia, um, it's a little strange how they see themselves as overweight because it's probably because of due to bullying and probably due to a perception that the media always portrays. And anorexia, it affects it has affected boys as well, but it affected girls most of the part because, for the most part, because of the fact that the media always tells them like you got to look skinny and you have to have this kind of physique, and they tell you what you should look like. And these young girls have always met these unrealistic standards when it comes to when it comes to beauty. And what the media never tells you is that health, being healthy, is more important than looking attractive. Why do you think these girls are trying to lose weight? Because it's not because of health. They want to because it's their because it's due to a lack of self-esteem. They want to look nice. But you see, here's the thing: like there are a lot of girls out there who are anorexic, and a lot of them are beautiful to begin with. But when they go through such extremes, such as losing weight so much to the point where they are actually underweight, and keep in mind, anorexia, it reduces your lifespan by 25 years, that's even worse than obesity, because obesity reduces your lifespan by 10 years. When your skin starts to hug your bones like spandex, that becomes a problem. When you are so skinny you can use a Cheerio as a hula hoop, that also becomes a problem. When your voice starts to change, then that also becomes an issue. And if you're in denial of your health, claiming that you're still overweight and you're still getting healthier by losing weight, and if you're wearing clothes that are too big for you, that look like they're too big for you and they don't fit you, then that's another sign of anorexia as well. And that's a huge issue right there. And when people tell an anorexic person like you need to eat, you're losing way too much weight, a lot of people who are anorexic will flat out tell you, no, I'm fine, I'm healthy, because they're in denial. And it becomes very scary too, because in some cases, anorexic people, they can only eat liquids for the rest of their life, or in some extreme cases, they only digest their food through a straw. Now that is a big issue. You can't eat like that for the rest of your life. This is not how you eat food. This is us human beings were not meant to, suffer like this. Your body should be like a temple. You should treat it and cherish it. And you see, there's nothing wrong with grooming yourself and looking attractive and taking the time to look presentable and taking care of your appearance. I'm all for that. But if you want to be healthier, that's fine. You may look, I mean, you can look more attractive and get results after working out, but you shouldn't exercise just to be more attractive and attract other people, because that becomes very superficial and you're not being true to yourself. You have to take care of yourself first before you can even think about, attracting the ladies or attracting the guys or whatever it is. And and a lot of people nowadays, they seem to think that, being anorexic is a cool thing. It's not. Whenever a person who's underweight trying to lose weight goes out on a jog, they pass out in the middle of their workout. Even when they haven't even completed half a mile, they just pass out right off the bat. I mean, there was a true story that there was a movie based on a true story that I even mentioned this, and this even happened with a couple of celebrities. I mean, you see anorexia taking place in the fashion world, in the modeling world, and now even in the YouTube world. And this is actually very disturbing. This is why those people need help ASAP. Now here's the thing. That's not to say that I support obesity. I don't support that either. But you see, anorexia, you're more likely to die earlier. I mean, and people always assume that anybody who's skinny is anorexic. Not exactly the case. You can be very small, but it doesn't mean that you have to be anorexic. I mean, look at guys like Bruce Lee. I mean, he probably weighed less than I did, and he was in great shape and very healthy. He took great care of his health. You know, he always lived by the philosophy that light is might. So, it's not just him that's an example, but, you know, anybody can be small and stay in good shape. And I'm talking about healthy good shape too. You don't have to be like, some guy that came out of the comic books with, a wonderful physique or whatever it is. No, we're not asking for that. All I want is for people to be healthy. And and growing up, I've always had girls tell me that they were too fat, and I always told them that there's no need to call yourself fat. There's no need to worry about your weight. Because I told them, some of these girls, and this is my weight now, like I'm 150 pounds and I'm not worried about being too skinny. I think my wrists are too small, but, when it comes to my insecurities, like I've learned to embrace them. I'm 5'7". I've never been secure about my height growing up, but I've learned to embrace it. So insecurity is not exactly getting me down anymore. So I've just learned to embrace it. All I needed to learn to, all I needed to do was just deal with it. You have some pain that may last you for the rest of your life. You just deal with it. But for people who are anorexic, like the way they have to deal with it is to take care of their health. Eat, pack in some calories, pack in some protein. Lots and lots of it too. Before it's too late. And when I say it's too late, meaning like before they die, or before they're not able to eat normally anymore using a fork and a spoon. Being on a liquid diet for the rest of your life, that's not practical for any human being. So for anorexic people, if you know anyone that's anorexic, I think it's best that you help them. Get them the help that they desperately need. People who are anorexic, they're not just affecting their own health, but they're affecting and hurting the people around them who love them and cherish them, friends and family, and even colleagues as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video once again. I appreciate it. Hope you learned something. Have a wonderful day.